Okay, what we're going to focus on today is looking at when to use quotation marks and when to italicize or underline in day-to-day sentence structures. This doesn't necessarily always include in your reference page, but this is how it should work in written text. Okay, so you want to use quotations around your smaller works, your short stories, your poetry, your songs. Basically, if it's media that's less than 10 minutes and a short story or a shorter piece that is less than 20 pages. Um, so basically, what we've got here is short stories. So something like Young Goodman Brown, go in quotation marks. Whereas a novel like Great Expectations, not super long, 300 words, it'll look more like that. Um, your poems. So something like the poem itself in an artist studio would be in italics, while your anthology, Poetry of the 19th Century, would be in italics. Now, an anthology is pretty much anytime you have a collection of works from different authors. Like if most literature textbooks are going to be an anthology or a collection, collected works of poetry, a collection of short stories. Most of those, like American literature since 1865, that would be an anthology. Okay, so you look at songs. Baby Got Back. Baby Got Back would be in quotation marks because it's a small part in the larger CD, Mac Daddy, which would be in italics. Um, television episodes. So if you're just talking about a specific episode, like the one where they were on a break, then you're going to have it in italics. However, if you're talking about the entire series of Friends, you're actually going to, sorry, that should be, the episode is in quotations. The series is in italics. Web pages. So web pages, we've got like an example of a web page, Samantha Bolton. That would be a web page on the website, Facebook, which should actually be in italics. Another example would be if like you were on the CD's website. It could be, I'm going to put my name and then I'm going to put this. Chicken pox. There's going to be a whole page dedicated to the chicken pox on the web page that's going to be on the website cdc.gov, which would be in italics, a YouTube video. Again, going with that short theory, The Count Censored. That's a YouTube video, quotation marks. However, if you're actually wanting to look at a whole movie, that is going to be italics. Now, this also goes if, today when we've got more digital media and you're using DVDs, DVDs normally title their separate chapters, and so it's a way to get even more narrow into a part of a movie you're referencing, although most style guides will actually tell you that you're going to reference a movie by its time into the film. Okay, so getting closer to what we've been working on more recently, articles and journals. So, article, 32 ways to enhance your sex life. Obviously, we're going to say that's in Cosmopolitan. Article in a newspaper, the stock market and other disasters. We're going to put that in the New York Times. Yes, I totally made that up. And then what we've been working on, which are scholarly articles. And don't forget that journals are essentially are very much like magazines, except they're scholarly. They're scholarly periodicals. Don't forget, periodical being magazines and newspapers, also periodicals, just means that they come out periodically. We're going to pretend that's the Journal of Environmental Studies. And then chapters and books. Your chapter, An Unexpected Party, in The Hobbit. So, that's just a quick way to consider quotation marks versus italicizing and underlining. I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning. Why would you ever underline anything? You wouldn't if you're actually using a computer. But We learned underlining, more back in my day at elementary school before everyone was using a computer. And that's what we did. But it's very hard to write in italics unless everything else you write is in print. Um, Anyways, I hope this kind of helps clear some things up. And if you have any questions, just let me know.